Hello guys, and welcome to another video of ranking nerf stuff. Today's not really a line, but it's still really cool because today we're ranking nerf lever actions. We got the cool cowboy up front. Now the thing with nerf lever actions is there is not a lot of them. Like I looked through every series, everything, even X-Shot, different brands. I was able to come up with 8 actual lever actions in the way you expect lever actions to be. So let's just get right into it, starting out at number 8. If you do not know what this guy is, you should know what this guy is, because the Flip 32 is honestly awful. The design is cool, the stock is awesome. It's a good lever action. Is that cheap lever though, so it's very bendy and stuff. Issue with this guy, even though it holds 32 rounds, is the flip mechanism that flips the 16 darts on the front to the 16 darts on the back, because it's a flip blaster. There's 3 blasters in this line, and only one of them actually worked. This one was terrible. The flipping mechanism was not strong enough. It didn't even work, and it was just bad. It was honestly just bad. Everything else is pretty okay. I don't really like that foregrip. I don't know why you need a foregrip for lever action. I feel like it should be a shotgun grip. But yeah, I do not like this guy. It does not work well. The only thing this guy's got is its stock. And even then, it's not removable. So this guy is definitely last. Coming in at 7th is the Bees! The Bees! Sorry, guys. Nick Cage. I shout you out here. So, this is the Bee Blaster from Roblox. This is a 8-round cylinder lever action blaster. Why is this one number 8? It actually looks pretty cool. I like the honey on it and everything. I like how the big brick on it kind of looks like a sandwich. To me, anyways. Piece of bread. The stock is definitely way too short and really thick for some reason. It should not be that wide, especially for it being that short. And the lever mechanism just absolutely sucks. If you think the other one was weak, this one is absolutely terrible. Like, it's flimsy as all get out. I held one in a thrift store, and I was considering buy it, and then I tried to prime it, and it's just absolutely awful to prime. There's so much space in between the handle and the lever has to prime so wide because of its long just bar for some reason, and it is just awful to prime because it's flimsy. It's just flimsy. There's no solidness to that lever, and it's only 8 rounds, and for a lever action, 8 rounds, so it's 7th. 6th is a weird one, guys. You gotta hear me out. We got the old school, the Rattler, the old school Rattler. It is a snake. Come on, guys. It's a snake. It had to be on this list. It's not quite the stereotypical lever action, but it's still good enough to be 6th on this list somehow. How this one works is while you ratchet it, it will also fire it. So there is no trigger, but it does have a lever. Now, I guess you hold it right here with the little round part with the lines. You hold that, you grab the bottom of it, and you ratchet it down and back up. Get a round out. This thing holds 4 rounds. The ratchet, this blaster I think is late 90s. And from the Max Force, of course. And this thing's going to be robust. It might not be the best plastic, but this thing is not going to... It's going to be robust, and it's going to be able to do what you need to do. Not like the Bee Blaster or the Flip Blaster. This guy has some decent stuff to it. But with that, let's go on to the actual top 5 best. Like, these 3 are nowhere close to the next 5, okay? Starting it out with number 5 is the rapid fire tech. This thing is just a repeater. It is a perfect match. Like, it has a metal priming bar, so that's something. The front barrel just looks like a firearm, and a little iffy there, but yeah, Busby did good on this one. The only issue is the stock is still too short. The lever action is literally almost the entire length of the handle and stock. So if that stock was a little bit longer, this thing probably would have been higher. But also the issue, this thing did not have much power, and it comes with the Busby shells. The shells that curses them all. Because this thing, with its long barrel, weak performance, and the Busby shells with air restrictors, not a good combo. This thing barely even leaves its barrel, to be honest. You got maybe 10 feet is the best I had with mine before I broke it. And also a cool thing, when you prime it back, an actual bolt will come out of the little yellow part on the back there near the handle, and it's just really cool. And this is just awesome blaster. It's just good. It's just weak. That's why it's 5. Coming in at number 4 is the Lock Blaster, the newest thing to release. That's actually not bad. This is X-Shot, so it's not the best plastic, and the locking mechanism is just dumb. At least you can remove it. How this blaster is supposed to work, you're supposed to put in a combo that you get on this, like, paper or whatever in the box, or you just scan it. It's like, oh, here's your way to unlock it now. That's just kind of dumb, in my opinion. You can also just break it if you want to, really. I mean, the lock. So this guy it has no stock, but it works very, very well. It's like those one-handed ones. It holds 8 rounds, like the B. Issue with this one is its accuracy, because the cylinder is too small for the darts, so it makes them go very inaccurate, because there's a decent part of the front of the dart that sticks out of these barrels, which I don't know why they decided to do it, but they did. I think it was for loading, but it just wasn't a good idea and makes it very inaccurate. But it's powerful for a stock blaster, and the lever, still, it's X-Shot, so not the best, but to be honest, out of the 2 other choices, this one's way, way less flimsy. So coming in at number 4 is the Lock Blaster. Not bad at all. At 3 is the Scavenger. The Scavenger is an interesting one. The Scavenger, I put 3 because what even is it? It has a stock attachment point, yes, barrel, everything, takes a magazine. You take that all off, the blaster honestly looks like crap. I do not like the look of this blaster. It's not very good. Like, I don't even know how you're supposed to aim this thing because how low the barrel is on this guy. The thing that this guy has is you have a lever action, so you can prime fire, or there's a switch on the side that you can see. You flip that switch, every time you push it out and pull it back, it will fire without a trigger pull. So this one's the only one that actually has a slam fire ability. But even with that, like, it's cool, but when would you ever use it? Like, actually ever use it? I certainly wouldn't, and I think there's just better blasters on this list. This was a good choice that Nerf did, bringing back the lever action, and it wasn't a bad blaster at all. But honestly, don't think about it too hard. The sling fire, yes, has not as much as the Scavenger. Yes, it's just bare bones, but you can't really beat the design of this guy. Stock is one of the greatest stocks we ever got in Nerf. It's beautiful. It's exactly the size you need. The sight is amazing. It's magazine fed. It's lever action with a very robust lever. Like this one, like this Scavenger is still robust too, but this one is still just as good. And this one's just very comfy and everything. Its performance is not perfect, but with just the rate of fire, this thing is really good, and I like it. So what could possibly be number 1, you saying? If the Sling Fire is number 2, Scavenger's number 3. If you ever made a list, you could always switch those two. I understand, but I prefer the Sling Fire. But at number 1, everyone knows. Don't think about it too hard. Is the Sentinel. The Sentinel metal priming bar. So already top tier. Like, that thing's never breaking. Decent actual size. Can't believe Air Warriors got it right, but they did. Stock, maybe slightly short. I'm not quite sure. I've only held this thing once, so I don't quite remember. But just slightly short. Magazine fed, hits like a truck, and you can modify this thing. It's one of the only ones you can modify to hit nearly 100 FPS. Like, this thing is crazy. The look, not bad at all. I honestly don't mind it. And yeah, since this was released in the 2000s, 2000, was it like 8, 10, 12? Don't quite remember. Somewhere around that, though. It is the best. That's why it sells for $70, $80 on eBay and stuff. This is the best lever action, hands down. Its power and just the lever itself is just unmatched. The only issues with the metal levers is they do hurt your hands, but so does the actual guns, the lever actions. They do hurt your hands after a while, so there's that. But yeah, this guy, swing out of the park. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below what you think about this list, and hope to see you next time. I do many other ranking videos like lever action I've done. Hammer action. I've ranked Elite, Rebel, Zombie Strike, Rival, everything. I have a whole playlist on it. You can check that out. And thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you in a completely different one. Bye-bye.